Hi, I'm Kathy Hay of Foundations Revealed, and I am standing on a chair in my sewing room this morning so I can show you what I'm working on. I have had a mad idea to, well, it's not an original idea, but lots of people have done this in the past, to combine one of these with one of these. The corseted waistcoat. Many people have had a go at this, and now it's my turn. So, I have taken a Victorian pattern draft, an original one, because I wanted to get that fantastic shape. And I've drafted out the pattern here, and I've superimposed the pieces of the corset on top, so I can get that corseted waistcoat effect. So you can see the outline here in black of the waistcoat, and if you look a bit closer you can just see the pencil lines where I've superimposed the pieces of the corset on top. So the idea is to, come on, focus, thank you. So the idea is to split these pieces up along the top, sort of continue the corset pieces into the waistcoat like that, so I can make something that's a combination of both. So, as ever, I'm being a bit ambitious with it, and I want to make it a double-breasted waistcoat, which is this bit here. So, I think I'm going to have the back with the corset and waistcoat combined into one thing, and then the front, I'm going to have the front of the corset and the front of the waistcoat both in the side seam, so you can close the front of the corset with the busk, as usual, with one of these, and then button the waistcoat over the top. So, that's the that's the ambitious plan. I've had some help from our mentors at Foundations Revealed. We happen to have a live call. We happen to have a live call on Thursday night, as we do every month, and Barbara from Royal Black Corset Couture and Corsetry was showing us how she makes her corset patterns and how she develops a basic pattern into something more ambitious or something a bit different or a different shape. So she has this incredible corset called, the corset top called the Admiral, and she was showing us how she developed a basic corset pattern into that. So I've had some tips from an expert who's done this before, and now we've got to move on and make it work on my version. So here's the interesting thing. I've known for a while, and we've all known for a while, I'm just going to put this up on here so I don't make you seasick. I want to have a nicer background in there, yes. So I've known for a while that sewing is good for your mental and emotional health. Everybody knows this. We all say, oh yes, we should do some sewing, we should have some me time to do what I really want to do. And I feel like I kind of have paid lip service to that a bit in the past, and yes, I should be doing some sewing, but then I never get around to it because, you know, I've got more important work to do. And so, but what I've noticed since I started working on this project, I've noticed the actual practical application of that, I've found that because I'm trying to figure out how to make this corset and the waistcoat go together, that when I'm driving to the grocery store, I'm thinking about this corseted waistcoat. And when I'm washing dishes, I'm thinking about this corseted waistcoat. And those are the times, you know, those sort of random times when you're just thinking about nothing in particular. Those are the times when I wasn't sewing. I went through a period of about 4 years where I didn't really sew much at all. Those were the times when I would start worrying. When you're driving somewhere, when you're in between tasks, when your brain hasn't got something to concentrate on. So it's been really interesting to notice, yes, it is really good for our mental and emotional health, precisely because I noticed those moments where, okay, normally I would be worrying like crazy now. My brain would be looking for something to worry about or feel bad about or feel emotional about. And instead, it's all, how do I make the corset fit with the, and that where it goes around the side, it fit, and then that could go, and then that buttons up, and that kind of thought process is fascinating and keeps my mind working, and it kind of gives my monkey mind something to concentrate on, so it doesn't go off into those, you know, hearing what a friend of mine calls the poison parrot, who tells you things that, you know, aren't useful to you, or tells you, or starts telling you you're not good enough, or all of those things that your brain tells you that when it's misbehaving. So I am loving this project so far, even though it's only a piece of paper right now, and I will update you when I have something new to say, when I've figured out this pattern and how I'm actually going to put the two together. I'm still like walking past it going, not sure, but we'll make progress. And in the meantime, this is good for my brain and it's good for your brain, so do some sewing.